Although individual people can be more lagged than others. Like I can actually track to see how much you're lagging behind me. I can track. I can actually track. Yes, you are correct. You're correct, Bun Bun. Pink is very much better color for you. But in any case, I can actually see how far back you are by because I have the stream open in another window. I can actually just pop over there and see how far you guys are back to me. So like right now it's buffering for me. Right now I'm not doing anything on your screen, which is interesting. I'm menuing maybe? I don't know. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Bun Bun, you aren't Valeria, so you shouldn't be wearing the orange. Okay. I mean, I am live, so I mean, you're not your notification's not wrong per se. It's just I've been live. Yeah, I've been live and you've been in here for how long? Many hours. I don't know how many, but many. Oy. Yes. But Mom, that is why on the Facebooks I specifically made a post saying I am live so that people could actually be able to find it and that I wouldn't want to. So yeah, because I did that as a favor and I probably made Abby here suffer for it because it just was like 10 minutes it was like 10 20 minutes of me being quiet, just sitting on my different social media pages, sending the link out. No, Facebook! Facebook, no! How could you betray me like this? Does Facebook not know that I was trying that I had to post multiple times because about stream because first I was just trying to see if there was an interest, and then I needed to see if and then I needed to tell people that I was going to do it later today to give them a heads up, and then I needed to tell them I needed to tell the people that I was actually live and give them the link again. I literally posted the link twice on my Facebooks. How could they? How could they try to hide it from you, the people? You're not wrong that it's run by lizards. I mean, to be fair, what giant website isn't? Like Mark Zuckerberg is absolutely a lizard person. Like how long ago do you think Mark Zuckerberg was replaced by a lizard person, or do you think he's always been a lizard person? But yes, Bun Bun, thank you for tuning in and being support. Because while I know that they are busy and probably drunk right now, Fair enough. Because they're even though they're probably drunk right now and they had to graduate and so they're probably busy right now. Still, it would have been nice to have another person from primary school friend group have joined in on this and nobody has. Or at least if they have not said anything about they haven't said hi, which would have been a very nice thing to say, just so that I know that they're there. Because I mean, like, I don't really know how to tell who's in the room outside of people who are talking. I mean, there's probably a way, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Not while I'm arting. Did I forget? I did not. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Art! Mom, you doing anything right now? Hey, hey, probably the same here, Bun Bun. I'm probably not graduating until like 2020 or something. Who knows? I mean, Bun Bun, I don't actually don't know if I ever asked what your degree is. 'Cause I know we went to the same college, but then you had to switch. Well, Mom, you should probably do that. I will probably still be here. Like, it depends on how far away you're going for food. Do, 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 do. Oh, why am I not graduating that soon? I'm not graduating that soon because I'm just not good at school and my brain has been unable to focus on academics lately and I don't even really want to anyway. It's just like I don't really have the same drive for my degree that I did at the start and it has to do with just the things I've been going through recently with the depressions and stuff like that. And I don't want it that much anymore, and I don't know how to feel about that. I yeah, yes, you can go get the Chick-fil-A, very good option. There are no Chick-fil-A's in in the town I'm in. Yeah, because while I don't necessarily want to tell everybody where I'm at, I will say, goddamn hippies, goddamn hippies, we don't have a Chick-fil-A here. Yeah. Okay, I'm just checking. Okay, you've been at mines the entire time. All right. You've been working the mine. By the way, ZapTap also goes there. You guys having your finals right now or anything like that, or are they coming up soon? I would love Chick-fil-A. I like basically anytime that my group of friends goes out, we always try to pretty much we all almost always go to Chick-fil-A. I love Nugget. I love Nugget. I love them nugs. Ugh. Mm. Darn hippies. Just then, this town is very hippie. Very hippie. I think my roommate's about to have sex, Mum, so you probably want to leave if you don't want to have the wonderful live commentary. Oh, that's good. Wednesday. Ah. Huh. So you guys are getting out of school too here pretty soon. Nyeh, nyeh. It's a shame you guys can't join us for Florida. Oh, that is rough, the Shady 80, Bun Bun. Yep, I can hear the springs squeaking. I mean, Bun Bun, do you want a live commentary? Oh, are you going to graduate school, Abby? We're gonna move to PhD school because if you're gonna move to PhD school, very smart. Or I guess you might be graduating from high school. I don't know how old you are. Shucks, shucks. That's smooth. Sucks. Let's see if this is sax. Nope. This is jazz though. Now just imagine that but fornication. Colleague, you don't know what grad school is? Grad school is just where you go to get your master's degree. Um, yeah. I'm so not good at the school life. There's a part of me that wants to just like shout through the wall, make it louder. Oh, I didn't need to do that. I can hear it through the jazz. Through the smooth jazz. Colleague. Oh, Walter. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm getting through the depressiveness now. It's just uh, I think that depression always kept like my ADD tendencies down, and so now that I don't have the depression as much, my ADD has gone way up, and that's not good. But the thing is, like for the first time ever, I feel like I can actually do what makes me happy. I want to do what makes me happy because it's like I finally feel like I have a choice and that I can do it. And like and the road I'm on currently with through academics isn't going to give me that happiness. And so I'm really conflicted because on one hand, I do want to finish my degree and I do want to have a degree, even if it's just to say that I did it. But on the other hand, it's just like this degree won't help in my pursuit of happiness. So what's even the point? Yeah, I don't really know what to do about it. But like the fact that I'm doing like this stream at all is me trying to chase what makes me happy because honestly this does make me happy and it makes me feel accomplished in a way that I haven't felt in a very long time and so I want to keep doing it because it makes me happy and I'd like to if I could get a job doing this I'd be overjoyed but I do know that the likelihood of that happening is very low. But still, like I might as well try, right? Yeah, just the path I was on, uh, it wasn't that I didn't have passion. It's just that that passion came from an angry and hurt place. It was from a place of ambivalence and then it was from a place. It came from a place of ambivalence, and then the ambivalence grew into anger and hatred, and that's what made me go into the field that I did. And I just don't want to live in that anger and ambivalence anymore. I want to pursue something that I honestly just that I want to pursue something that I'm passionate about, but I can pursue out of a passionate love rather than a passionate hate. And I'm studying political science and history. History I do love, but political science was just my excuse to study something related to history. Study something related to history, but I could actually get a job in because there aren't a whole lot of history jobs outside of museum curator. Um, so yeah, I want to do the things that make me feel fulfilled. And I know that that's not the practical thing to do, but it's what I honestly do want to do. And it if I could make a living off of this, which I want to try to as hard as I can, I would be overjoyed. Because yeah, I have been forsaking the things that I love, I love for what I should be doing for what I should be doing in order to survive for a long time, and I don't want to live like that anymore. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know where I can find the in between. Not yet, at least. I mean, I'm still trying to just get just used to being this way and being not in a depressive hellhole. So it's good. Oh great, I think yep, file under toner. Yep. Listen to those pops in your ear that make you scratch your ears out. Oh, yeah, I also forgot to do that. Yeah. I just want to be driven by love instead of by anger. And while that might not be practical, I still want to do it for my own sake. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So I want to chase doing this YouTube thing, even though it's absurd and not gonna work, probably not gonna work. But I really do want it to. I want to do as well as I can, so that because I do passionately love entertainment and I passionately love the people in this community. And I would love nothing more than to be able to make an impact on people's lives through entertainment. That's always what I wanted to do. So I wanted to do when I was a little girl. Yeah. And Bunny, that's why it means so much to me that you're actually here to watch me do this stream, because to me it says that you actually believe that I have potential and that I can do stuff like this, and it's a sign of faith. And everyone else says that they'll support me in this stuff, but like, actions speak louder than words, and I know I'm not the best at being supportive all the time, but this doesn't require joining this isn't a very like, you don't really have to go out of your way to say hi. And so it means a lot to me that you decided to take the time out of your day to actually hang out in here and chat with me and Abby. In case you can't tell, this is the last drawing until I can start like actually before I start actually coloring and stuff. So I'm getting pretty close here to finishing these drawings because it's the line art. By far, the line art is of doing line art of anything is the hardest part, and it sucks. Like, talk to anybody who does art stuff, and they can tell you line art, line art, hard. Definitely gives your stuff a more polished look, but at what cost? At what cost? Okay. Any other details I need to do before I get to coloring? I think I'm good. Okay. So time for coloring. Also, this is why why I need to do coloring last. It's because the shade of gray I use for background is the exact same as the typical Krita canvas, so you can't actually tell where anything is. Not a bad thing when you're done coloring, because you just do that. Um, yeah. Huh. Yeah, so, yeah, you just, yeah, you can't actually see where the border line is, so, yeah. Yeah, I will say, a friend of mine, have been talking about maybe, maybe doing like a podcast or something like that. I'd absolutely love to do a D&D thing, but I, I know the people around me, and if I'm doing that, I'd end up being the one doing the running that campaign, and I am very lazy and very loose with my campaigns, which is probably not good when you're trying to actually like be an actual like an actual entertainer with D&D, because like all the people who actually know the rules really well are gonna get really mad. And like screw them, but still it's just like I should at least try a little, shouldn't I? But yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, it's not like unusual for players to start having sex and stuff like that. Well, yeah, definitely it should be more about the story rather than the rules. But the thing is that the people who actually know the rules and actually follow them, unlike us, because we don't actually really care about the rules that much in our groups. Especially I don't care because I'm too damn lazy to give a shit. Um, yeah, it's just like people who are sticklers for rules would hate me so much. Like as a DM, I cheat all the time. not cheat against the players so much, but I just I make things easier for myself, and I hate combat. And to me, combat is pretty much nothing but rules. That's why I don't like it. I prefer the role-playing aspect of D&D. And you see, there you go. You have a pretty boy who is ready to have text put next to him. And then he posted. So yes. Coloring is super easy, and I could probably make it more complex, like the process more complicated, but uh, uh, yeah, very pretty boy. But Bun Bun, if I did start a podcast or something like that, would you want to be on it? I mean, I'd be willing to do a D&D thing, but albeit not very, because I would have to DM, and I don't want to DM. I want to play for once. Okay, bye bye, Abby. Bun Bun and I will chat all by ourselves in private until Mum at least comes back. Yes. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself though, so bye bye, Abby. Hope you come again sometime. I hope to do this again sometime. It's nice. It's nice being able to get feedback from people like this. And being able to chat. It'll also be friggin' weird. Forgot that I wanted to do a thing on his beautiful face. Ah. Well, we wouldn't really go for a topic that much. Mostly, yeah, friend, I'm gonna call him Cash Money, or Cash Man. Sorry, I'm gonna call him Cash Man. Apparently he's done radio shows before, and he thought that it'd be fun if we did a podcast. And so, like, I think that it'd be a good thing to try. We could do it like over Discord or something like that. Maybe have some sort of screen share thing, something that we can all look at, where we can throw links and draw stuff and do other stuff in. I don't know any particularly good things are good at that, but they do exist out there. Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun. Oh, I forgot 2 things. I know I keep forgetting little details, details that I specifically designed myself for very specific reasons, and then I keep forgetting them like a fool. Like a foolish fool. Because I highlight this lock of hair. Yeah, we wouldn't have much of a topic, we'd just be talking about stuff. Yeah, what I liked about talking with Cash Money though is that it's nice every once in a while for me to be able to actually have a conversation with somebody who isn't in a hard science department. And so we actually like are able to like discuss like stuff like politics, and I don't have to reiterate myself about what I mean 20 times because he gets it. He gets it right away. Oh great, file under toner. Luckily I can skip it this time. Uh, is Colonel Sinian also studying CS? To be fair, but like, I mean, that is what I'm studying. To be fair, so it's like I do personally know how to civilly talk about politics and not be a shitty person about it. I respect people's opinions, even if I think those opinions are wrong. Unlike some people out there. Like, there's that quote, um, I do not believe in what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Yes, mechanical engineering. Yeah, I very much believe in the sentiment of, I do not, may not, I may not, agree with what you say, but I will defend your right to say it. I don't know. I imagine that mostly we would talk about nerd stuff. Yeah, yeah, same here. I'd rather I I can definitely do political discussion of a lot of it, a lot of political discussion, but like, you know, and religious discussion, but it gets tired after a while. I mean, what I'm doing here is nerd stuff. eh, eh, Now it's dark and hard to see in here. That's a good thing to happen when you're trying to draw. To not be able to see your keys. So Bun Bun, you enjoying this lovely public domain old as heck music? Free stuff is best stuff. Mickey Mouse can eat a dick for making stuff for making the public domain so much smaller than it deserves. Okay, I think that my roommates are going for round two. Yep. Currently they are moaning, and yeah. Fathers died, land of the children's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. At least that's public domain, I guess. Although public domain obviously isn't the American way. It's just, it isn't the American way. Alright, see ya. Gosh, this is so loud. Smooth jazz, at least I have you. have you to ask my despair, speeches. I should probably go out and eat some dinner really soon, but then again I don't really care, and also I have leftovers. I don't ever eat, I'm just a starving human being. I'm very good at doing things like human. Mm. Oh, Mom, you are back. It's been so quiet. Lucky I have no food. I have no food. I have no water. I'm just sitting here, starving, but not really. In any case, while you were gone, so many other people left. Bun Bun had to go have dinner, but who knows if he will be back. And Abby had to go at some point. And it was such a travesty. So many lives were lost. It was a tragedy. Also, my roommate's still having sex, but I'm not gonna give live commentary because I really don't want to. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for having confidence in me. See, I was saying this to Bunny earlier, but yeah, I'm with doing this YouTube's with doing this streaming stuff. I'm just trying to pursue what makes me happy and what I think would give me an, like more happiness as a human being, and that entertainment and YouTube stuff is what I feel like I'd be happiest doing. And so those, I don't know how long the sex lasts, by the way. It varies. Um, but in any case, it means a lot to me that you're actually hanging out here with me and sticking with me through this stream, even though no every like of course if you have stuff that you need to do, I'm not going to hold you from doing that. You have responsibilities and a life of your own. Um, but still, it's just may yeah, it just you know you know knowing that people are out there to support me, my brain doesn't always comprehend it. Doesn't always comprehend it, and so I appreciate the fact that you are here. I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate you a lot, Mum. I love you too. I love you too, Mum. I was about to say your real name, but again, this is gonna be posted online. Public domain music is also friend. Public domain music, thank you for being here with me too. Oh, isn't this a great recording? Sound doesn't sound tinny at all. I mean, sure, if I say it, they won't necessarily be able to spell it. But the thing is, still, they might just like look up art degree girl Colorado. Sorry, some mysterious place out in the in the mountains somewhere. I want to like again for people for friends I have in real life. I don't want to yeah, real MVP public domain music. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to accidentally send people after you because of my silly actions at any point. So that is why I want to avoid saying people's actual names as much as I can. Because they might be able to figure out how to spell it and how to do things by just yeah, you're from Mumro. America. America. Because, the internet can be a dangerous place full of scumbags. I don't, I'm perfectly willing to fight against scumbugs, but I don't want to send them against you if you don't want to confront them. Because, that kind of stuff can get exhausting. Pupper boy. The heck is this layer? I guess that's just left over. Eh. They are not enjoying the sax to sitar music. I have headphones on. I mean, in theory, I could blast it out of my room, but that wouldn't make much of a difference, I don't think. But yes, no one ever believed in me. Yeah, mystery layers. But yes, when no one believed me, public domain music did. Whoops, wrong layer. Boop, boop, boop. Blast that sexy sitar. Blast it. Blast it. Hmm. Well, well, you say that you will one day be part of the public domain, but according to the Mickey Mouse law, no, we will never be part of the public domain. They're like knowing Disney, they're going to extend the public to like the date till things become public domain, like till forever. So you have to actually choose to become public domain, otherwise you're just gonna not be public domain ever. Like, if I actually can never make anything, uh, oh, the Mickey Mouse law, basically it's a law that states that, public domain, that things do not, enter the public domain until after, well, okay, fine. Okay, the previous public domain laws said that after it was something like 75 years of a creator being dead, of a creator being dead, that their works would become part of the public domain, so anyone could use them. But then Disney came along and was just like, but we still want Mickey Mouse, and so they changed the law. They changed the law so that it's like it's like there's a lot of years until things become public domain. And the thing is that probably when the time comes again for the question of whether we should of um yeah, and it's literally because they wanted to keep the copyright on Mickey Mouse specifically. But when the question of Mickey Mouse entering the public domain comes up again, they'll probably extend it out again, even though it's ridiculous and we should let Mickey Mouse become part of the public domain, in my opinion. Just, just free him, free the mouse, free him, free him. Let us use Mickey Mouse however we want. Walt's been dead for a fucking long time. Let the mouse enter the public domain so that we may continue to use him in various other works. It's also why it's so hard to find public domain stuff. It's because like public domain law would have run out into like in the next like 5 years of that piece of work that people would love to use, but because the law extended the amount of time that that thing is can be copyrighted, then we can't use it. Like take for example, "Fly Me to the Moon" by Frank Sinatra. If you want to use that song in a video or something like that, you have to by law get talk to the people talk to the copyright holders of that song and get express permission from them so that you can use it in your video. But the thing is that Frank Sinatra's been dead for how many years? I feel like at this point we should be allowed to use his stuff freely because who cares if he's if people use it? Like the thing is that like what his great grandkids are gonna get the royalties from it? He's dead, man. Ugh. And also like Frank Sinatra's works are public domain in Europe, but they're not public domain in America because of the Mickey Mouse law. I wouldn't say that Disney can change all laws. They just really wanted to hold a grip onto the copyright of Mickey Mouse. And they finagled Congress and the like to be able to pass a law saying, hey, copyright can be really, 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 really long. Or maybe it was a court decision. I don't know. I haven't like I'm not the most reliable source. I just know this is a thing that exists, and that's what they call it. And my information isn't the most accurate. I would have to actually look it up to be able to tell you for certain what the conditions of it are. But free the mouse! Free the mouse! Free Mickey Mouse! Let us use him for our own devices. Let him enter the public domain. Just saying, like, Wizard of Oz, when it entered the public domain, Wicked was born from it. So, yes, just saying, the public domain is nice. But free the mouse! Let the mouse become public domain. For him. Well, mind you, he is already based off of a pre-existing design. Damien. He's already a character that has his own design. But the thing is that like I needed to find a way to draw him that I like to. Um, and like, like okay, okay. Let me explain. Let me see, let me okay. Individual stuffs. So, I almost never draw the badge because the badge is a pain in the fucking ass. And while it does signify his position, and is important to his identity and in identifying who he is, it's black on, it's white. It's a small bit of white text on a black background. So I usually just don't bother. From Who Killed Markiplier, obviously he wears a black suit with white shirt underneath, bow ties, and carries around a cane. So I need to make certain. So I need to use all those aesthetics when doing so. And then a lot of the other stuff was just trying to figure out how the fuck Mark's head works. So like he has like a Mark has a really strong jaw. He has a really strong jaw, and so like I could actually make Damien's face more square, but eh, eh, eh. I almost always try to draw the flower because the flower, to me at least, is very thematic. It's very much it makes for a very interesting motif because I do think that the flower is a carnation, and carnations, among other things, represent like good luck. They represent, but they're also traditional funeral flowers. Um, there's a lot of like also like if you're in a if you're in a relationship with someone, you can use carnations in flower language, Victorian flower language, which isn't very far off from when Damien would be from. It'd be like a few, like maybe 10 years in the past from like the oldest that Damien could be from. And so, and in Victorian flower language, to a secret lover, it means a solid colored carnation means yes. So, asking if I want to be with you, that's a white carnation means yes. And so, like if we assume that Damien and the district attorney have some relationship going on. Oh, Damien, how forward. Oh, dear. Uh, Also, a striped carnation means regretfully I cannot be with you. And I would like to, at point, do something with that, but it just hasn't come up with any questions that anybody has sent me. Um, But yeah, so carnation is very important to his design. I just basically like I watch a lot of people do speed paints of Darkiplier and of Damien, and like the cane, like I don't put a lot of thought into how to design Damien's cane. I just kind of make it up as I go along. Same with the bow tie. I've been like slowly over time, the bow tie has just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I don't mind at all because it's more fun to draw big. Um, and then like blue is his motif, and so I figured no matter what, I definitely want to have a limited color palette, and I want to have a limited color palette, and this color palette for him specifically needs to highlight blue. And so therefore I actively chose to I decided that uh everything except for specific colors that are highlighted are going to be blacks, whites, and grays, and that the for the most part his color palette would just be blue, and that he would have a muted cyan as the color that highlights him. Not full cyan, mind you. This is it's at about 50 saturation, about 50 saturation, and about 50 lightness. So it's not nearly as bright as it could be, but it's still quite bright. Um, so yes, um, and and I really wanted to emphasize the color palette here because if I bring in other characters into this Ask blog, if I bring in the Colonel or Celine or Mark, anyone else into this, they will also, similar to Damien, be highlighted in a color motif. You can actually see some of the color motifs I have planned out in the palettes when you're seeing me draw and stuff. And so yeah, I have some colors picked out, and they have a similar saturation and lightness theme to them. Um, Except I had to play with what Mark and the Colonel's color motifs would, because otherwise it'd just be three reds and one blue and one brown. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and like the first posts I made on that blog, were to like sort of suggest that the blue highlight on him is is coming from a window. But also, his highlight being on his left side. That's typically how that was in the scene in the upside down. That was the side that was Damien's. That is the side that Damien's color bleeds from, and so that's the color. That's the side that I want to highlight especially. Like I'll do the other side. I'll do the other side if it ever comes to it. But if the light source requires. But for now, since we're for these few asks at least, being in his office, I can get away with just doing it on one side. Yeah. Um. Other than that, like slick back hair has always been a problem child for me, and I had to just study how Mark's hair works, and it's stupid, and I hate his stupid hair. His hair is beautiful, but I have to say, fuck his hair. Um, because he has, because like he has sort of like a part of his hair that goes down on like the side, so like little side burns. He shaves, so but he has a little bit that connects there. Then his hair goes up, up past the ears, and then it curves, and that curve is very distinct, and it's different from his hairline. It's different from his hairline, and that pisses me off. And then after the curve, his hair then parts. His hair parts, and the side he parts his hair on changes. He doesn't seem to have a consistent side that he parts his hair on, and I hate it because like when trying to draw a Darkiplier, it's just like which side are you gonna choose? Gosh darn it. Um, Luckily though, Damien has a specific side that he parts his hair on, so I keep it to that side. So he has a part, and then he has a widow's peak, and then it always smooths off to one side or the other. And so, like on one side of his head, it's just like okay, side. You got the sideburn, you got the going up, and then you've got the hair part, and now you got the widow's peak, and then the other side is just easy because you just go whoosh, and you can just kind of have fun with that. Um, and yeah, it's just the little blue bump on the top is just easy to do, and I just like to do the stuff on the bottom because it's fun. I don't need to. I don't need to. It probably actually would look more professional if I didn't, but I just like give me a break, Mark's hair. Give me a break. Give me something fun to work with. I give him a little hangy bit, so because to be honest, for me, if I don't give him a little hangy bit off his forehead, then he starts looking like Giovanni from Pokemon to me, and I can't abide that. And if you're working hard, I imagine that a little of that will get down, and it'll get into your face a little bit, but it's so small that it doesn't really matter. It just pokes out just a little bit. Um, and I do that also just a lot for fun. And then the two blue lines I do on the side of his head, I actually do those two lines because in a few shots, if you look carefully in Who Killed Markiplier, Damien does have a few streaks of blonde in his hair, which heavily suggests that he had his hair dyed at some point. And so those two blue strikes, give his head a little more dimension, give his hair a little more dimension, gives makes that side of his body a little more interesting to look at, because it highlights. But also, it's 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 implying blonde, and yeah, it's implying where he has blonde hair, and yes, I imagine that he has had his hair dyed in the past. He just won't admit it. Yeah. Also, they help those two light things on the side, kind of help me keep track of where his of how his hair flows because you know, here is where his hair would normally, where Mark's hair would normally flip down and stuff like that, but it's going to the side because it's smooth. And here is actually where, like, because again, there's three parts. You got the sideburn, you've got the little part that goes up, and you've got the floof, which is everything on top. And so sideburn to in between to floof. And meanwhile, over on the other side, when I actually do a sketch, when I actually do sketches of Damien, um, you can actually see like uh yeah, here, like here, for example, if you actually zoom in, like there's the sideburn, then there's the in between, and this is part of the floof, but it's leading up to to his part. And yeah, so you know, one sideburn, two in between, three to the part, four to the widow's peak, five to the floof. And so floof, and so on the other side you got floof, in between, and sideburn. I hate his hair so much. You have to like freaking map it. I hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Yeah. Also, you can tell that that the his, that when I draw him on pen and paper, on pencil and paper, his hair, his jaw is more square. It's easier for me to make a more rounded jaw when I'm drawing on a tablet. Um, his eye, like Mark's eyes are very like they are wider towards the nose and then taper out towards the side, and like you know I try to do that, but I forget, and you know I kind of draw his eyes just however, just usually very rounded top, very much flatter bottom. Um, yeah, and okay, what else is there that I can talk about? Uh, yeah, as you can also tell, there's not as much floof in the back. When I draw it on pencil and paper, there's some, but not a lot. Um, Oh yeah, also try to give him sympathetic eyebrows, where he's like his eyebrows are back, and he's like, and you know they're that's a really dippy expression. But you know, like here, like his eyebrows are curved back like that, and it's just to make him look more friendly and to make him look more welcoming and to make him look softer and kinder, because that's very much the kind of person he is, and you know, you gotta you gotta soften that expression up. Um, yeah. Also, I will say, like, even though I color his eyes blue, um, that's not the color his eyes actually are. His eyes are brown. I just color them blue because it makes his face stand out more. It looks nicer, provides better contrast, and again, I want to work with a limited palette here, and it wouldn't like I don't want to use other colors on him unless there's a purpose. Like if it's to show affection, I'll use reds and pinks. If it's to show embarrassment, I'll use reds and pinks. Um, but I don't see a reason to actually bring out the browns in his eyes. Yeah. Again, it would I like my limited. I like my limited color palette. Well, I'm just checking to see how many more songs we have until File Under Toner Hell, which is just White Noise, the band. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Although also I don't usually draw the mayor badge, but like if I'm like in this panel, I'm actually emphasizing it because I'm trying to emphasize that he will fuck you up because he's the mayor. So that's why I actually drew it, and I didn't want to. And his hands covering where the carnation would be, so I'm not even gonna bother trying to draw it. But yeah, normally I just draw the carnation because it's more symbolic to him. And the mayor badge, while it's good for identifying him, I presume you already know who he is, and so I don't need to. I make him look so young. Ugh. He looks so young. Yes, blue is a very nice color. Do, 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 do. Yeah, also all the colors that I chose them sheerly because they were easy to remember. So I can continue going back to them over and over again. Like if you actually map out what all the colors are, it's like this is I believe it's light. I believe it's obviously it's gonna be zero, zero color. But lightness is like 90 and saturation is 50. This is just lightness is 25. This is lightness is 50. This is lightness is 75. This is lightness is 90. And I believe that this color of blue, it's 50, 50, 180, and it's on a 360-degree thing, so it's easy to remember. Also, I know that you can see that I know that you can see that I have pure black and pure white on my color palette here. And let me just say, they are a motif. They are a color motif that I plan for a character, but a very special character, black and white. Very special motif for very special purposes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not using pure black or white here. Jim! Jim, actually I did mean you just reminded me. I did mean to give the gems a color palette on here because they are canon to Who Killed Markiplier, so I do need to give them a color palette. Give me a sec here. There you go, that's a good color. Gems are cookies. I mean, it could be like the yellow color because I don't have any. Like I have some of these other palettes just here, just here for the sake of if I need to bring in another color palette in the future. Um, so yeah, some of them are here just for that purpose. Um, but yes. So I mean, like the yellow here could be like this brown. I know which character that'd be the color palette for. But this yellow doesn't have one, so I guess I could use that for the gems. more song, and I'm gonna have to switch genres. Also, I will say I find it amusing that you say that I put a lot of thought into this when literally I was just like, I guess I'll do this for everything in the design. Sure, I thought about it, but not a lot. There's just a lot I can say. I don't do a lot of this stuff consciously, I guess. Okay. I think the coloring portion is over, unless I want to actually like effort. But nah. Ugh. Mm. Ugh. Mm. Mm. I don't really need my tablet for this part. I'm gonna use the trackpad. Effort. Effort. Actually, for this part, I have to actually for this part, I have to actually bring out my sketchbook because I can't actually read my own handwriting in my scans. Well, my pictures taking in the pictures I take. Oh, I'm gonna quick change the music here because it's gonna be just brain dissolving for the next forever. Uh, Okay. You ready for some music with actual words now? Because that's what we're gonna listen to now. This is definitely jamming. No, no words still, but it's jamming. Because the thing is, the playlist I was playing off of was for if I can make words in my head, it was for instrumental music only, and now I turned that setting off so I would have more options. But still, apparently they're not giving us that. Oh my gosh, you hear those? Words! 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 For the first time in forever! Words! Also, my tea has gone really cold! Words! And that's a that's an image all ready to post. Ugh. Uh, uh. I mean, it doesn't say anything in these panels, so I probably should have already exported them. Eh, eh, eh. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I can't believe I have to make a new layer for this one line. Bum 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 bum. There it goes. Should I give him some pink there? I think I will give him some pink. Eh, if I can get my tablet in. Ah! We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Why the fuck is this playing in May? It's goddamn May. It's not goddamn Christmas. Fucking Christmas. I don't like fucking Christmas. Fucking Christmas. Christmas is a fucker. Huh, that's cute. Mom, did I just terrify you with my sweary swears? God, I must be going nuts so I can't find JPEG on here. I mean, PNG would be perfectly fine, but I don't really want to use, I don't really want to use PNG, I don't know why. I guess I don't need people looking at my layers. Ah, fuck! I always forget to click the multi-line, because artistic text box is bad. Is it bad that on this blog I want nothing more than to make people cry? I hope that the questions come my way that I can make people sad. Also, I love that this playlist is just so much jazz.
The Army Blues!
Did he just say that the army blows? Yeah. Hmm. Ugh. Mm. All right. And with that, I have finished. I have finished one ask. It only took me like 7 hours. uh, uh, I'm just gonna sit here and sip on tea for a little bit while I watch for the stream go out. And um, yeah. You have anything to say before I mosey on? Before, well, you have a anything to say before I either end or any requests for what I should do in the future? Because I think I would like to have even if like I should have dinner, if not at least just a little bit of a lay down. Mm. Yes, le fine. So yeah, anything you want to say or do before? Oh, of course I'll get faster. Eventually. I've actually gotten pretty quick at I've gotten a lot quicker at drawing Damien than I was before. Like the image I have for the avatar image I have for him is literally took me like 5 hours in of itself. All right, you got one thing to say. I can see that now. More green. Do you want me to use that green palette at some point? I don't even have a character to use the green with. All right. Mum, and anyone else who has been hanging around, thank you so much for tolerating my this my first ever live stream of me doing anything. I very much appreciate it. So yes, thank you. I guess I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.